Hi everyone, I'm Anita and I want to welcome you to Armed and Dangerous. For those of you who've been with me for the last many weeks, you'll know how this class is structured, but just in case it is your first time, we will be doing 10 exercises today and we're going to build a ladder out of them. So we're going to start with that first exercise, do it for 30 seconds, repeat it, add on a second, repeat the first two, add on a third, and you can kind of see how that class will progress. If you're fortunate to be at home with access to traditional gym equipment, all you'll need today is a heavier set of dumbbells for a bit of challenge, a lighter set, and a mat. So especially if you're working off of a hardwood floor, I would suggest some padding. So you can use some type of non-slip, maybe a small carpet if you don't have access to an exercise mat. And you maybe will want to grab a towel, not only for wiping yourself down if you sweat a lot like I do, but one of the exercises today halfway through will be down in a kneeling position. So you'll probably want a little bit of padding for your knees. The other thing I do want to mention to you as well is that this class is for all levels. So I don't want anyone to get discouraged if they're not using the same equipment as me or maybe can't do the same exercises as me. Remember, this is a progression for everybody. It's a chance to challenge yourself. So if you don't have access to traditional gym equipment, that's not a problem. There's lots of things you can use around the house. Prior to getting my dumbbells a few weeks ago, I had to use things like laundry detergent bottles and textbooks for my heavier weights. For lighter weights, 1.5 liter water bottles, if you have refillable water bottles at home, even wine bottles. The only trick to anything with liquid in them is they probably won't have a lot of grip, so you definitely will need a towel because you want to keep your hands dry and you want to have continuous grip. And the other thing is you want to make sure that whatever you're using, whether it be books or any bottles with liquid in it, that they're balanced. So for books, you can kind of eyeball it and see. For liquid, the quick way to do that is, remember, you can adjust the liquid to any level that you want, and you can stick them on a bathroom scale and see where they weigh. So the nice thing about the bottles is as you progress and you get a little bit stronger, you can always add more liquid into your bottle, so they're a nice handy form to have. And as you see today, I'll be using them as well. The other thing I do want to mention is we will be doing a lot of repetitions today. So whenever you choose your weights, you want to choose something that you'll be able to take over your head comfortably. So if you've had any arm injuries, shoulder injuries, maybe upper back issues, choose something that you're going to be able to sustain for a while. You always want to challenge yourself, but you never want to pick something that's so crazy heavy that after maybe one set, you can't lift it again. So I'm going to ask you to put your video on pause, go collect the equipment that you'll be using, and then come back and join me. The other thing I will mention before we go and do that is please make sure the area that you're working in is safe for you. So please remove anything that you might trip over. Make sure you have a little bit of ventilation, and of course, as I mentioned earlier, you'll probably want a towel, and you do want water because we won't have scheduled water breaks. So the nice thing about doing the 30-second repetitions is that you'll be able to kind of step away, grab some water, hydrate yourself, and then come back and join us. So put that video on pause, and we'll start with that warm-up once you come back. So you're going to come down in a nice crouch position. We're going to place those hands on those thighs, and we're going to work on warming up those shoulders to begin with. So you're going to roll those shoulders in and out. So remember, you're always kind of exaggerating these movements just slightly because you've probably been sitting there for the early part of your day, or maybe for a full day, depending on when you're doing a video, and you're probably a little bit stiff. So this is a nice way to get some blood flow in those areas, some oxygen moving in there. Here we go. 4 more. 3 more. Good, 2 more. Beautiful, 1 more. Okay, let's take those hands up to the sky and then a nice slow pull down. So you're gonna bring the tips of the elbows below the shoulders. We're working on the shoulders on the way up, but then we're getting into our lats. So those are all those nice support muscles, our posture muscles that are in our back. Good, pull it up and squeeze it down, nice. Taking it up. Good, here we go, 4 more. Beautiful, 3 more. Good, 2 more. Last one of these. Good, so take those arms forward at shoulder level. You're gonna cross them over and you're gonna squeeze back into those shoulder blades. So what we're gonna do is, as you cross those arms forward, you're gonna switch the arm on top. So at the same time, we're getting a little bit of chest mobility, and then we're moving down into that upper back. Good, here we go. 4 more. Nice. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more, good. Take those hands down. So we're gonna do some arm circles. So we're gonna start small around the hips. We're gonna go forward for 2. Take it to a middle range for 2. And up above those shoulders for 2. And then bring it back down. Good, back to those hips. Good, medium. Large. Medium. Small. Good. Large. Medium. Bring it down to your hips. It's reverse direction. So start small, going backwards. Medium. Good, large. Good, medium. Small. Good, back into that medium. Large. Good, taking it down. One more time, up and down. Here we go, medium, large, medium, and small. So we're going to find some space. You're gonna come out for me down into an inchworm. We're gonna do a push-up, and then we're gonna tap our shoulders. So remember, if the push-up is too much from a full push-up, just come down to your knees. So rolling it down, you're gonna walk those hands out into a plank position. You're gonna push up towards the ground. You're gonna tap one shoulder, the other one, and you're gonna bring it back for me. Good, walking it out. You're gonna do that push-up. Tap, tap. Good, walk it down. Push up, tap, tap. Good, let's do 2 more. Push up, tap, tap. Good, the last one of these. Good, push up, tap, tap. Nice. Bring it up. You're gonna plant those feet. You're gonna do a little rope pull or tug of war. This is just going to get a little side body movement in here, so waking up those obliques and getting a little twist action into that spine. Good, here we go. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. So you're gonna grab your heavier dumbbells. We're gonna start with some bicep curls, and I'm gonna turn the timer on and come join you. Good, here we go. So we're going to play with those bicep curls a little bit. So we're gonna come to 90 degrees. You're gonna hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna drop them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up, hold, 2, 3, 4, and then drop, 2, 3, 4, up. So we're playing with some eccentric movement. 3, 4, keep with those bicep curls. We're going into round 2. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is gonna keep that muscle firing, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, good. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 2, 3, 4, take it up, hold. 2, 3, 4. Nice, we're gonna do a reverse row with a tricep kickback. So it's gonna look like this. Your palms are gonna be up. We're gonna row it back. You're gonna bring it down. You're gonna straighten those arms back, and you're gonna do a little pulse for me. So row, bring it down, kick it back, and pulse, good. Row, down, pulse it back. Good, row. So remember, make it 2 parts here. Don't go from the top part of that row right into that kickback. You wanna extend those arms down first. Good. Good, back into those bicep curls. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Good. Up. 2, 3, 4. Good. Back into that reverse row. So hinge, back is flat. Here we go. Row and squeeze. Down, straight arms, and a pulse. Good. Row, down, long arms, and pulse. Good, roll, down, pulse. So you're already into your third round now. So for the next one, we're going into the shoulders. Remember, if you want to go a little lighter, because it will look deceptively easy, but it won't be that easy. So we're gonna do, I'm gonna go a bit lighter for this. We're gonna do some quick pulses up here. So you're keeping them at the shoulder. I want them nice and fast. So remember, you can stay with heavier weights if you want. I know my shoulders are a little bit tight, so until they warm up a bit more, I'm gonna stay a little lighter. And remember, the trick here is as your arms fatigue and you start losing your form, it's not shameful to take it down a little bit. Good, back into those bicep curls again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it up. 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it to that hold. 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. So now we're going back into that reverse row. So remember with the hinge, it's not a squat. You're pushing that back flat. And you're keeping a nice hinge in those hips. Good. So roll it back, down. Pulse it back. Good. Roll. Down. 1. Pulse. Good. So we're adding that little pulse to keep those muscles active. So it's kind of the same idea as what we were doing with that eccentric work for the bicep curl. Keeping that muscle nice and tired. Good. I'm going to go into those push presses with my lighter weights. Here we go. So quick. Now for our add-on, it's going to be some chest work, and we're going to be working smaller muscles here. So you probably want to stay with those lighter weights. If you go lighter, remember you've always got a little bend in those knees. Good. So you're going to take those weights nice and tight together, like you're squeezing them into the other. Up to chest level, bend those elbows and fly it out. Good. Squeeze, long arm raise. So while you're squeezing and raising, elbows are locked and they bend and open. Good. Good. So it looks like this. Good. Good. Nice. We're going into our 5th round. Grab those heavier weights. Here we go. Bicep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now into the other eccentric. 2, 3, 4. Up and hold. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Good. Up. Hold. 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Good. Hinging. Row. And then kick it back. Remember, row. Arms come down. Kick it back. Add that little pulse. Row. Kick it back. And pulse. Good. Up. Down. Kick. So getting upper back. And our triceps here. Good. Going into our shoulders again with those push pulses. Here we go. Nice and quick. And remember, if you're down to your little weights, it's going to get to be a little bit much. Lose the weights. Our movement is awesome. Weights are just extra challenge. Good. Breathe it through. Nice. So we're going to do our squeeze and raise with the chest fly, so you can stay lighter here. Up, squeeze. So the chest fly itself could be a little bit heavier, but the squeeze and raise, because you're squeezing inner and outer chest muscles as opposed to just your main pec muscles, they're weaker and smaller. So we want to challenge them at an appropriate level. Good. Up, nice long arms. Good. So we're going to do an H raise. So we're going to take our weights out to the side, bring them to the center and meet and come down. So you're doing a side raise, meeting in the beginning, and oops, hold it in, sorry, and down, up, in, out, out, and down. Good. Up. The problem when you've got too many exercises to remember. Here we go. Up. Pull it in. Push it out. And down. Nice. We're going back into those bicep curls. Here we go. Hold. 2, 3, 4. And down. 2, 3, 4. Make sure those upper arms are squeezed in tight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bend those knees. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Up. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go a little lighter for this set of reverse rows. Remember, you can switch up your weight. Row, down, and pulse it back. Good. Row, down. Remember, as you feel those muscles fatigue and your form starts to go, switch it up for a set. Let your muscles recover. Remember, back is flat here. Hips are hinging. Good. Row, down. Pulse it back. Good. So we're going to go up into those push press pulses. So remember, if the weights are too much here, and they can be if you have very tight shoulders or very weak shoulders, or maybe even an injury, lose the weights and just press up with those hands. Whew, we're going to do our squeeze and raise. Here we go, squeeze and raise with that fly. Good, up, squeeze. Nice, and this time with the H raise, I will get it right. Good, take it down, and then we're going to come down to the floor for this round. So remember, you want to have that padding handy because this is where we're going to be kneeling. Good, so we're going to do those H raises again. So remember, up to the side, into the middle, squeeze it in, out, back, and down. Good, up, in. Whew, feeling those already. Out, and down, up, in, out, and down, up, in, out, and down. Good. Doing awesome. And then we'll be coming to the floor. So we're going to do a kneeling 90-90 position. So pad those knees. And we're going to do some lat pull down. So 1, 2, 3, and up, down, 2, 3, up. Remember, if kneeling is too much for you, you can take both knees down, or you can stay standing for this one. Your choice. 2, 3, 4. By taking it to a kneeling position, we're just making it a bit more challenging. Nice. Back up onto those feet. Going into those bicep curls. So again, go heavier if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Good. Up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Up and hold. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Good. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Going into that reverse row. I'm going to stay a little bit lighter here. Good. Remember, you can go heavier if you want, and then kick it back. Good. So row it back. Good. Row. Remember, those palms are up for this one. You're not in facing your body. Good. Get that hinge with your back flat. Good. Nice. So we're going to do those quick push press pulses. So as you can see, I have water bottles too. So I'm going to go a little bit lighter. I've weighted mine. My lighter weights are 5 pounds. My bottles are 4 pounds. And again, you can do whatever weight works for you as far as your bottles go. But this is just giving me an opportunity to get some lighter weights in there for when I fatigue. Beautiful. Good. So we're going to do our squeeze and raise. There we go. Squeeze up. up. Remember, those elbows are locked on the way up. You're squeezing those weights like you're trying to press them into one another. Good. Good, so we're gonna go into those H raises. I'm gonna stay a little lighter for this one. So remember, going into your side raise, meet them in the middle, hold them in, out, and down. So you're just reversing everything, pushing it back out and down. Good, up, in. I know it's you, but everything's burning on me already. Nice. Just gonna wipe down for a second. So we're going to that kneeling lat pull down. So go on the other side this time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Up. Remember, there's gonna be a lot of up and down. Now we're gonna be staying on that mat. Up. So you're gonna stay with those light weights for our next add-on. Up, down, 2, 3. We're going to be doing a crunch, and we're going to add that W raise in there. So you're going to come down onto your mat in your crunch position. Weights are out. Here we go. Up and into that crunch. Remember, if you want to keep your knees bent, that's fine. Whatever works better for you. Up. Don't pull up with your neck. Up into that W. So, little trick to remember with crunching is you're almost feeling like you're pulling your belly button down into the floor, even as you're raising yourself up to make sure your core works. Good, now we're back on our feet. We're gonna do those bicep curls. I'm gonna stay a little lighter for this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 2, 3, 4, good, hold. 2, 3, 4, down. 2, 3, 4, good, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. Good, so we're gonna go into our reverse row. So hinge, flat back, here we go. Roll it back, kick it back nice and long. I've got that little pulse in there. Here we go, up, pulse, there, that's better. Up, back, and pulse, good. Good, breathing. And remember, take your water breaks as you need them. So we're going up into that quick push, press, pulse. Here we go. And it's okay if muscles are shaking. It's okay if you have to lose your weight. And remember, hydrate. So you need to step away and take that water or towel yourself down, whatever it is you need. Do it and come back. We're not going anywhere. Good. Nice. So we're going to do our squeeze and raise with our chest fly. So inner, a little bit of outer chest work. We're also getting some main pec muscles in here with that fly. Kind of the idea behind working some of the tiny muscles in our biceps, triceps, chest is that when we can lift bigger, it makes our bigger lifting much stronger. So, never good to target just big muscles. Good, so we're gonna go into that H raise. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter for that. So remember, you're starting with that side raise. You're bringing it to the middle, squeezing it in towards your chest, out and down. So keep it up. You want everything up at that shoulder level. Up, except when you're bringing those palms down, of course. And then we're kneeling again. Good, so we're doing the 90-90s again. Okay. You can switch up knees for this. Remember, you can stay standing. 1, 2, 3, and push it up. 1, 2, 3, up. So remember, with the lat pull down, you're letting the tips of the elbows drop below the shoulders. It's not a shoulder move. You want that upper back or that back nice and long. 3, up. And then we're going to be back into that crunch with that W raise. Oh, goodness. So remember, bent knees, long legs, whatever works. Up into that W. Keeping it down, out into that W. So one of the nice things about this W raise, the crunch, you're getting that core. It tends to be weak on a lot of us. And the W raise is kind of counteracting that hunch position that we spend most of our day in, especially if we're on a laptop on a kitchen table, dining room table. Okay, so we're gonna go into the bridge position. We're gonna work on our chest a bit. So bringing those heels close to your bum. You're gonna start and you're gonna make sort of a circle from your chest down around your pelvis. So this is a round the world chest fly. We're adding that bridge in to get a little bit of lower back, a little bit of core, and of course our legs are getting a little workout. No such thing as isolating muscles when you're working out. Good, back up. Here we go into our biceps. Hold. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Good. You're doing awesome. 3, 4. Good. Going into our reverse rows. I'm going to try a little bit heavier again this time. Row down, pulse it back. Flatten that back. Pull those hips back. Little pulse on the end. Remember, you can stay lighter with this one. Good. So we're going to do those push press pulses. I'm definitely going lighter for these. Again, shoulders, as I mentioned, most weeks tend to be a little bit more delicate because we don't have a lot of muscle in that sort of shoulder cap area. It's mostly a lot of interlocking tendon and tiny muscle. This is why it's an area that gets injured very easy, because we tend to get a little crazy in there and try to work really heavy, and there's not enough support muscle in there sometimes to handle that. Good. So we're going to do our squeeze and raise with our chest fly. I'm going to go slightly heavier. Squeeze. Good. Squeeze those weights together, nice long arms, and then bend the elbows and fly it out. Good. Oh yeah, feeling this. Nice. Good, so we're going into those H raises. I'm just gonna pull down. So remember, we're starting with that side raise, the shoulders in. So the nice thing about this raise is it's a very big shoulder burner. But if you find your elbows dropping, the only thing you can do is kneel with this and do it around the chair. That way you can't cheat because the back of the chair goes there. Good, so we're going to come down and do our 90-90s or your same stand. 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, below those shoulders, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, and up. Good. So we're coming down into that crunch with that W. There we go. In and up. Just keep the weights together as you down into your chest. That way you don't take the chance of dropping anything, especially around your face. So remember, you can do this long-legged if your core is a little stronger, or bent knees. Okay, so we're going to kind of squish ourselves up into that bridge. Remember, heels close to your bum, and we're doing that around the world. You're doing awesome. Just keep breathing. Nice. So you're going to lose your weights for this one. We're going to do a mountain climber. So 10, and then we're gonna come down to a dead man. So it's gonna look like this. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down to the floor, dead man. Up. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep that back nice and flat on its way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hands out. Woo. Now he's back up. Last round. Here we go. Give me what you have left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Good. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Good. Here we go. Reverse row with that tricep kickback. Flatten that back. Pull in that core. Here we go. Roll. 1 and pulse. Breathe this through. Oh yeah. Here we go. Grab your lighter weights. We're into our push presses. Good. Remember, last round. You just got to make your way through these exercises. You're doing amazing. Remember, the thing about exercise, you got to make time for yourself. This is good for your mental health. Good for your well-being. Nice. So grab your lighter weight, squeeze and raise. Remember, as our schedules change constantly, you want to make time for you. The people around you will be happy, and you'll definitely be happy too. Good. Nice. Whew. Up and out. Good. So we're doing those 8 raises. So remember, you're starting with that side raise. So up, long arms meet in the middle. You're pulling them into your chest. Out, and then reversing everything. Up, in, out. Good. And you remember to hydrate now. Good. So we're going to go down into that 90-90. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Push. 1, 2, 3. So you should feel your back working, even to keep your posture in this position. Up. That's what we want. We want to keep those muscles strong. When we're in a chair all day long, they don't have to work, and they get lazy. And when you need them, that's pretty much everything we do on a daily basis. Your back is super important. Good. So coming down into our crunch position, bent knees, long legs, your choice. We go up, W. Tuck in your chin a bit if you feel your neck doing the work here. You always want to think about, again, pushing that belly button to the floor, even if you're raising your body. I know it sounds strange, but it just helps to engage that core. Good, so coming into that bridge position, pull those feet in close to your bum, and we're doing that sort of elliptical circle over your pelvis, and then sort of over your face, over your nose, your cheekbones. Squeezing that chest inwards and upwards. Good, so we're gonna go back to those mountain climbers. I know they weren't a lot of fun, but we need to shake that body up a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, down to the floor. Remember, if you can't get all the way down, come to your knees and just take those hands out. 8, 9, 10, down, out. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, down. Remember, if it gets to be too much, come to your knees first and up. 2, 3. Okay, last thing to finish off today. So it's a really tricky little movement, Bent knees, upper arms on the floor. You're just gonna squeeze those arms into the floor and raise it back slightly off the floor. Again, a little bit of posture strengthening, counteracting that hunch. Up. So you'll feel those shoulder blades squeezing into each other as you press those upper arms in the mat. Remember, you're not trying to raise your body far, just head, shoulders, and shoulder blades off the mat. Woo, nice. You are done. So come around for me and take your knees wide. Put those toes together, bring your forehead down into a child's pose. I'm gonna take the timer off and find some cool down music. You guys are amazing. All right, here we go. As always, you guys make me proud that you come and join me every week for whatever craziness I come up with week after week, but I do appreciate it. Take those hands forward. I want those forearms to come off the mat, so I want them nice and long. And the idea behind this, and I do this every week, is so that we get a nice stretch, especially into those tight shoulders and back. So feeling the stretch from your fingertips, back of the hands, forearms, upper arms. Now you're getting in and around those shoulders, so pushing them down into those traps, which are always really tight for a lot of us. Down that main part of your spine, into your pelvis. Just breathing. Good. So you're gonna leave the pelvis where it is, but you're going to take your arms over and bring your head down. So now we're bringing that stretch into the opposite side of the body. So getting into your rib cage and into the side of those lat muscles. And then into your obliques and sort of the central part of your core. Good, walk it past the center again. Go to the other side. Take it back down. And just breathe here. Work hard. Good, let's take it back to the center. So you're gonna come a little bit more upright onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers out. Those are gonna give your wrists a bit of a break. Back is nice and flat and neutral, so you should be able to put a tray on your back. We're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to arch that back up to the sky. So you're going to get a nice rounding in that back. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. You're going to push your chest forward. Your core is going to pull up, but your back is going to sway down. You're getting some spinal movement here. Good. Breathe in, pull it out. Back into cat. Breathe in, breathe out, push that chest forward, engage that core into cow. One more time. Good, and then again, chest forward, core pulls in, back sways. Good. So straighten that back out again. We're going to flip your fingers around so they're facing in towards your knees. So as I tell you most weeks, this is a physiotherapy stretch, but most of us spend way too much time on our computers lately, so the wrists are going to be pretty tender. So you're going to lean forward. This is always going to be your release. And then you're going to pull your thumb back towards your heels just to feel the pinch. Never force this. Forcing it back will not give you more wrist flexibility. What we want to do is strengthen in there. So leaning it forward, just pull it back, just to feel that pinch. And it may be a little intense, and for some people you may have ongoing wrist issues or weaker wrists. And I totally understand, so you just go where you can. Good. So let's unhook those hands. We'll shake them out a bit more as we go along. So you're gonna come up onto your feet. You're gonna take those feet nice and wide. Enough that you can put one set of fingertips on the ground. So you're gonna work on that spine and chest. So we're going to take that other arm up. Try to keep those legs straight if you can. Good, flipping it over, other side, same thing. Getting a nice twist in the spine, we're gonna open up that chest. Good, coming back down, just grab the inner elbow. So once you get nice and heavy here, just let gravity pull you down towards the ground. And then you're just gonna nod that head, yes and no. Good, and then we're gonna let the hands dangle. And you're going to activate that core as you come up. Nice, bringing those feet a little bit closer together. Nice straight arm across. So remember, you want space between the bottom of your ear and that shoulder. So where the hand is going, the head's going the other way. And if you need a little bit more work on those wrists, you can figure eight here. That'll just help the mobility to come back again. Good, let's take the tip of the elbow up and behind us. Nice, take it back down. Let's go to the other side. Ooh, even stretching is a little bit of a challenge, but that's okay. So remember, you can do a little bit of figure eight with that wrist. Good, here we go, check back up again. Good, bringing those arms down. So we're gonna roll the shoulders backwards. So plant the hands onto the sides of your legs. Here we go, we're gonna roll them up towards the ears, going backwards. Squeeze the shoulder blades in and then slide them down, good. Two more. Squeeze, and then down, good. One more, up, squeeze, and down. Let's go forward, up. Same thing, we just wanna get that nice warm shoulder mobility in there. Oh, yeah, that's good. Good. Hands out into a T. Thumbs are up. You're going to keep the arms nice and long, but you're going to curl your fingers back, keeping the arms long as you bend back into that upper backbone. You'll feel your shoulder blades squeeze again. Chest is going to open. And we're going to bring everything forward. Again, thank you so much for joining me. As always, I appreciate the fact that you come and join me every week. And again, take time for yourself. Make this time for yourself. It's very important. Exercise is so important to your well-being, and I'm glad that I could help you on that journey. Have a great day.